The Ganges River. The Ganges River is a river in India that is very polluted. It is causing problems for everyone in India because they use the river for bathing, drinking, and religious acts. Now that the river is polluted, these things have become dangerous for the people that rely on it. The Ganges River is one of the 5 most polluted rivers in the world. Pollution in the river is caused mainly by local leather factories and human waste. About 2.9 billion liters of human waste is released into Ganges daily.
The pollution in the Ganges is caused by human waste, industrial waste, and religious events. Human waste is a big problem in India at this time. The Ganges River is one of the most fertile and densely populated regions in the world. It covers an area of 100,080,000 kilometers, 400,000 square miles. The river flows through 29 cities with population over 100,000. 23 cities with population between 50,000 and 100,000, and about 48 towns. A large proportion of the waste in the Ganges is from this population through domestic usage, like bathing and doing laundry.
The river's pollution is at such a high level that the amount of toxins, chemicals, and other dangerous bacteria in the river are almost 3,000 times over the limit that is suggested by the Washington Health Organization as safe. The river directly and indirectly affects the largest population of any river in the world, with more than 420 million people who rely on it for food, water, bathing, and agriculture. That is not to mention the tens of millions of pilgrims who venture to India's most holy of rivers each year to bathe and worship. The rapid explosion of India's population in the last 25 years has, coupled with lax regulations on industry, has put a huge strain on the river, leading to an explosion in Ganges River pollution. Thousands of bodies are cremated on the banks of the river yearly, with many being released into the river with hopes that their souls may have a direct path to heaven. Hundreds of unwanted or illegitimate babies, cattle, and other animal carcasses are also dumped into Ganges again with religious significance. One of the more alarming issues facing everybody remotely related to the river are the dead bodies of both human and cattle, which serenely float by almost completely unnoticed or perhaps consciously ignored by busy bathers hoping to purify their souls. The bodies are released into the river with a hope that the soul will be saved and be immediately received by heaven. One of the biggest reasons why the river has quite literally been shat upon in the past 20 years is because good old-fashioned human denial and ignorance. The problems have been allowed to escalate to the dangerously high proportions we have today because of that fact that Hindus simply do not want to accept that their mother Ganga, nectar of God, bringer of hope, and purifier of souls, is or can be responsible for bringing them illness and misery. The leather factories use a chemical called chromium as well as other chemicals. These chemicals are polluting the Ganges, turning into a very toxic and poisonous river. The river is now a leading cause of infant and child mortality rates, skin problems, and some more serious disabilities. The people of India won't be able to do anything about the pollution if it continues. Pollution has been going on since the time of the Industrial Revolution. Back then it was a problem, but it has escalated to severely unhealthy rates. Why haven't we learned from our mistakes? People need to realize that this will be causing more deaths than there ever were. Why won't anyone do anything to stop this? It's as if people have just given up hope. Well, their hope needs to be restored soon. We have to figure out a way to either delay it, stop it, or how to live with it for the time being. Some ways we could do this is by figuring out a chemical that will cause less harm to the river environment. Another way is to fix the sewer system so that it won't flow into the river. There are many other ways to delay this pollution, but people have to be willing to put in the effort. Would you want to bathe in a river that could potentially kill you? No, I didn't think so. Let's work together and help get rid of this hazard.